Greetings to all Heroes of Might and Magic 3 players. First, let me apologize for my English, but I felt strongly I should make this video in English because I would like to introduce to you all, not just the players from the Czech Republic, a new map template called Dragons Underground. I think this is a really interesting map template that can be used not only in casual play on online lobby, but with some luck and lenience, also in the foreign tournaments. So let's jump into the game. We have a template, Dragon Underground 1.1. There has already been some updates. The size is just M with Underground. Players 2, fastest roads. Let's generate a map. And let's reveal it. So our starting town is Castle, good, and the opponent has a Necropolis. As you can see on the minimap, the map is divided to halves, and obviously you cannot cross to your opponent's half on the ground. You can fight your opponent only underground. At first there has been disabled spells like Fly, Dimension Door and Angel Wing Artifact. But as far as I know, the 1.1 version has these spells and the artifact, but it just has been said that you cannot jump to your opponent's half. It's like on Jebus Cross, you cannot jump over the break to the treasure zone. That is the same here. The map is heavily inspired by Jebus Cross, and it should feature the same mechanics. But the point was to make it a little bit more interesting. So our starting position has 5 additional towns. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The secondary towns cannot be dungeon, so one player does not have the advantage of using the special portal from dungeon to get additional units from the external dwellings. There is a break to the underground, and it is right here. The break on Jebus Cross and Jebus King has 45,000 value, and here is a little bit easier because you have 2 breaks and each one has 22,500. So this is lots of war unicorns, and underground it's a horde of fangarms. It's way more easier to fight 2 separate fights than to fight one strong one. So you can break really early. If you are lucky, you get expert earth magic. You can perhaps break on the 4th day. It is possible, but still. You might consider if it's worthwhile to break that early, because there are some valuable things underground that might be too strong for you if you break too early and if you leave too much army on above. So the 5 towns are here just for the objects to be closer to the roads, so you can play really fast and you can get a lot of things, a lot of heroes each day. The number of the creature banks are, I think, almost the same as Jebus King. That means there are 3 angel conservatories. There are 6 Wolf Rider pickets, 7 dragonfly hives, and 4 experimental shops. There are no red towers above. There are red towers only underground, and the reason is that if you can get so much army on such a small place, it might be problematic regarding morals. If you have angels, giants, cyclops, wyverns, and firebirds, you get like -3 morals. So the author of this map disabled the red towers on the ground, so you can get a little bit more clean army, like for example, only Cyclops, Dragonfly Hives, and Angels, and only if you get some artifacts for morale or leadership you can get experimental shops. But if you desire to get Firebird, for example, if you play Necropolis, you have slow units and you want to have Firebirds so you can start the fight, you can get few Firebirds underground. Let me find. There should be like four red towers underground. They are quite far for the player, so this is obviously not so good for the Necro player, because there are 2 red towers that are mostly in the, and an additional 2, there are 4 red towers, but they are quite far from the break. Oh, and the break is 5 to 9 titans, really hard for Necropolis, but well, it might happen on jebus also. There are Pandora's boxes, and they give only a level 1 or a level 2 units or 5,000 experience, and there is 1 Pandora box on your starting position that gives 10k XP, and it is quite distinguishable because it's well, I wouldn't say heavily guarded, but there are a little bit stronger guards. Also, what is important on the map, on the starting position, the economics, like getting gold, is a little bit more important than on jebus King, because you always have 2 dwellings for level 7 units, I think 2 dwellings for level 6 units, and a few dwellings for level 1. And there is some gold underground, so you might consider building level 7 unit like Angels, getting the 2 external dwellings, perhaps upgrade later, or just have a nice level 7 power stack. Obviously for the Necropolis it's not so useful because Bone Dragons are quite weak, but for the Stronghold it's useful, for the castle obviously, and few other towns. So the start should be as fast as possible. It should be even faster than jebus King, because you have 1 more town and easier break. But the map is not so easy. It shouldn't be easy, otherwise it would be boring. So when you get underground, the point of the map is to get the special dragons. There are crystal dragons, fire dragons, and rust dragons. Where is the fire dragon dwelling? I'm not seeing it right now, but there is one. So let's say you can break really fast. Perhaps you get like a few additional marksmen from the Pandora's box. You get nice and easy earth magic. You can break war unicorns and fangans, let's say 114 on the 4th day. But still, with marksmen and maybe few units, you are not able to fight the special dragons. And if you choose to rush your opponent, it always should be at least 3 days travel. So maybe in the additional 3 days your opponent gets 1 strong dragon, which could be important when fighting your ranger-based army like marksmen, Cyclops, Rust Dragon here, very strong. But to make the map not so slow, there are 9 towns in underground. You can see it. Every corner has a town, 2 sides, and 1 center. So it's quite balanced, I would say. The distance from your starting town to the break is usually 1 day for both players. And there is 1 close town from which you can expand to. Well, this is not so good for expansion, but well, there is the town. So This is maybe a little bit better position. You can get 2 dragonfly hives right there. Some artifacts, relics, Pandora's for gold. Well, this is important. The Pandora's underground contains either gold or special dragons. So this one, 20 to 49 behemoths or 20 to 49 hydras, that Pandora might contain, for example, 1 fair dragon. And this should be really strong. This should be the reason why it might not be so wise to rush your opponent on the, let's say, 4th or 5th day of the game. But also, the game shouldn't be that slow. There are 4 Dragon Utopias, those are very important. Usually 2 on each player's side. This is quite balanced. There are a few prisons for some heroes. And obviously relics, artifacts. This Pandora, this should be only gold. And this one, this will be the dragon. This should be gold. If you ask why there is a gold in the Pandora, it's because the author of the map wants to encourage the players to buy the dragons, and obviously it's very expensive to buy 15k or 20k dragon. And usually the players can break on the first week. Even if you're not the strongest player, you can always break on the 6th or 7th day. Basically, I would say if you break 1 to 1, that means the first day of the 2nd week, you always should have cleared your whole starting position. Then you can get the dragon. But it is better to break like 116 or 117, get the dragon on the first week, and then get an additional dragon on the 2nd week, and you have 2 powerful dragons immediately. Then you can divide your army and expand on whatever side you want and clear your area over there. So I think it's a really interesting map. It's quite nice balanced. Usually it's similar to Jebus Cross. It has similar bands. For example, I should mention there are almost the same spell bands. Artifact bands, of course. You cannot get the artifacts to Eagle Eye and some other bullshit, but you can get the Boots of Speed and the Necromancer's this vampire cowl and so on. But in the description there is an email contact to the author, so he will be happy to receive your feedback and ideas to balance the map furthermore. So I think this is it. I hope I covered it all. As you can see, there are some magic mystery shrines to get some spells. I hope you guys try the map. I hope you enjoy it. And we in the Czech Heroes 3 League will be happy to receive your feedback. So this is it, and thank you for watching.